Lisa, sharing life stories with you. I was thinking about this. I had the father from Ozark Family Homestead reach out to me. Wonderful, great people also. And I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking for, how people can save money and I can save money. Why? I don't understand this. Why? Well, it's kind of obvious in a way, but things got to change. The way they build houses, the way we get our food, everything needs to be more environmentally friendly and more back to the way. Everything needs to go back to the way it used to be, okay? Because it just isn't working. All these plastic bottles, yeah, I rescued water in the dumpster today because why put it in the landfill? They've already made it. And this is the thing, to show you how greedy these stores are. Cases of water are going to break in stores, right? So instead of just marking that down and handing each customer 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles of water when they come in just as a thank you, they're going to throw it in a dumpster. That makes absolutely no sense. That is so wrong on so many levels. You're wasting precious water and you're putting more plastic in the atmosphere. At least I rescued it. I rescued as much as I could of it because I had to go to work and I was trying like heck and it was cold and it was windy, but I got quite a bit. I got almost a case full. There was some bottles that were floating in like the dirtier water. I didn't want to fool with them. But and I got the magazines and I figured people here can at least look at them so they're not in the landfill and they end up throwing them away, whatever. But everybody will be looking at them and some people will take them home because some of them are that Sukio and puzzles and people like to do stuff like that and it's free. This is the thing. I get off subject all the time because I feel like I've got so much to say and it's not a time thing so much. I got so much I want to convey to you guys, okay? And the father from Ozark Family Homestead said that they got a beautiful, beautiful wooden stove in their house, right? And wonderful Janice, the mother, says, that's usually 80 degrees in their house. And I'm like, and it heats up the whole house. And I asked him, like, how can that reach the whole house? They got a pretty big, nice, decent sized house. And the father, Sean, wrote me back, wonderful, great people, that basically their house was built into a hill, like a berm. I kind of think I know what that looks like. I think that would be an awesome, awesome video because she is always showing how to save money with groceries, right? But this is a huge thing too, how to save money with your utilities. If more houses could maybe be built like that, where they don't have to depend on gas to heat their house. They got a wood stove. If more people could go back to that where they could wipe out. I mean, you don't know how great it was this month not to have a consumer energy bill, just the electric bill. And I'm praying next month it'll be the same thing because I have that huge credit. I'm praying because it gives me a little bit of breathing room for 2 months. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it'll stretch out to 3 and I'll be like jumping up and down. But there's got to be a better way than we do things now. So many people, and one guy said to me, I don't know if his name is Archie or what, and I know he's from Texas, and he got mad, and I keep bringing him up because one of my viewers, because he says, like, why am I promoting people to live in their cars and trucks and tents? He doesn't understand. I'm promoting things to be on a safety basis and trying to give people some kind of little bit of knowledge that I can pass on that I've learned from other YouTubers and other people out there, because times are bad. Maybe he's lucky he don't have to live in a car, truck, or tent or whatever. But a lot of people are. And I feel that if we can pass on as much knowledge to them or help them somehow to make their life better or to get them out of that situation eventually, that's what we are here to help one another. Ooh, that felt good. Things just are not, see, man made all this and it just isn't working. It's screwed up the environment and nothing is right. We need to go back to what we first learned was the best way. Look at all these, give you for instance, all the Teflon pans are all cancer causing garbage. Go back to the enamelware, like antiques that I grew up on, primitive antiques, what our ancestors used, called enamelware. It came in blue, gray, white, every color of the rainbow, but that's the most familiar colors, was the blue and gray of the 1800s, 1700s from our ancestors used. Like I said, I got to show you guys when I'm off on Tuesday. I got 2 coffee pots left, a gray graniteware frying pan, and I got a couple yellowware bowls, I believe, little ones. I'm going to show you that stuff, and I'm going to tell you guys something. That stuff, and it's very true, like crockery, it was made to hold heat in, and it was made to keep stuff cold. I'm going to tell you, I use that for my dog's bowls, and his water stays ice cold. Ice cold. And somehow something fell up the wall or something last year, and I broke one of the crockeries, like it was a blue, light Robin's A color blue bowl, and it was from my grandmother, and it made me upset because I was like, one of the things I got from my dad's mom, and I always said, oh, I always will keep that because it was from my grandma, my Clara. Her name, Clara. And I remember when she was in her 80s, she recited a poem about goldenrod when she was a little girl from school. And that fascinated me that she remembered that from being 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years old. And it was just a really pretty poem. I don't remember it, but I remember sitting in her kitchen, me and my mom, and I was like, wow. And when I die and go to heaven, if God will grant me to hear, this would be the shit. And it shows everybody's listening, everybody's connected. If my grandma did recite that poem to me again, it makes me want to cry. It makes me want to cry about goldenrod, because my mom loved goldenrod. I remember when I was growing up, because she loved primitive antiques, and she would put stuff that was real in our house, like spiral eucalyptus. That stuff's expensive as hell, and still is, but it smells so good. Nothing makes your house smell as good and fresh and clean as spiral eucalyptus. All these sprays, I think they're all cancer causing, if you ask me. And that's why, if you look through some of my old videos, and I don't know how to do a playlist, and I apologize, I gotta learn how to do this shit. But if you go look at my old videos, I say, and I know Ozark Family Homestead does this, and I know Amy from Frickin' Frugal does this also. Go outside. It doesn't matter what time of year. You go outside right now in the winter, cut pine down, boil pine on your stove. Your whole house will smell like pine, and it's a fresh, real scent of pine, and it'll make your house smell good. And cloves of cinnamon, and cloves, clove and cinnamon sticks. Put that in there. Your house will smell really good, but it will smell the natural way it's supposed to smell, not this fake garbage that they put in cans for $5, $6, $8 a can, and it's sticky all over your floors, your counters, and it's not good for you. It's not good to breathe that garbage in. Not. But you can also decorate your house no matter what time of the year, and especially spring and summer. I would show in my old videos, I worked in just a regular lot like this, guarding trucks, right? And I would show the wildflower weed piles. You can pick so many different stuff to put in vases, and it's free. It's free because it's from nature, and it's beautiful. It makes you look like you had a florist in your house every week. And you can pretty much do that. I mean, you're more limited in the winter months. You got berries. You can put in vases and pine and different tree leaves of different colors and willows and sticks. You can do so many unique flower arrangements and floral arrangements. You'd be surprised. Look it up. You can really do some beautiful stuff for FREE, and that's the way to go. That's the way to go and still make your house look beautiful. I just think we really need to get back to what we came from, with God being not just God, the way we live in a whole, live a better, cleaner existence of life, you know? That's what I'm saying. And that's why this channel, I got a 18-year-old person that just joined me from London, England. And I don't know if I ever told you guys, I'm English, Romanian, and Polish. I have a little German in me too, I believe, from my great-grandmother. My great-grandmother was rented out, how things used to be, to a German lady who taught her how to cook like a master chef. My great-grandmother, which I used to call Baba, means grandma in Romanian. See, everybody has a lot to them. This is stuff you guys don't know. There's a lot to me that makes me. You know what I'm saying? She could just cook like unbelievable. And there's something, and it's so sad that I'm not talking to my aunt now, and I'm going to write her a note, because my cousin, excuse me for making noise, my cousin, that's so wrong. That's my mother. Stay away. You know, I don't have nobody. All I ever did was try to help my aunt and be a part of a family, and she took that away from me. I hope she's happy. That she's a bad person. You don't do that to people. But anyways, I believe my great-grandmother used to make some kind of dish with noodles and walnuts and sugar, and I believe it was something to die over. And I'm like, what? When I was little, I'm like, what are you talking? My ma isn't here. I can't ask my ma. And my aunt, I got to fix that situation. I'm going to write my aunt a letter and send her a birthday card, because her birthday's coming up, and just tell her how I feel. And yeah, my cousin is just a very bad person to do what she has done. I've done nothing but try to help her mother and be there for her. But I don't want this video to be about her at all. She is not worth my breath. But I'm just sad that she's tried to take the only living relative left that I have on my mother's side away from me, and that's not right. But yeah, I just think if we could go back to what we came from, it's just so much better on every level. Healthier, happier. Yes, things take longer, but it's like somebody from our Tribe of Many YouTube channel. This lady has 11 kids, and her husband's a preacher, and they live in Lincoln, Nebraska. Solo and, what's her name? I know her, Sarah and Solo. Like she said, and I've learned stuff from her also. She said, God plans stuff to take longer, like baking homemade bread and doing things to make bread, because you enjoy the process, or you should be enjoying the process as you go, and taking your time, doing the best to your ability to make your house, make your food for your family. You're doing it out of love. Everything is a blessing, and it should reflect that. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense, what I'm trying to convey to you guys? Everything should be a blessing and done out of love, and not everything rush, done. Here's your supper, bye. Shove it in your mouth and poop it out your butt, goodbye. It shouldn't be like that. Everything should be thankful and humble, and thank God, and a blessing. You see what I'm saying? And really take the time to acknowledge God, and there's no time for that anymore, and that's why this world is crumbling at its core. People need to go back to God, get their shit together, and change, really, truthfully, and live differently. And like I said, live off grid as much as possible, get back to nature, get back to God. And I truly believe that that's the answer to our problems, and get back to one another. Remember when you'd see people like years ago sit on their porches in the summer? I remember back in the late, was it 80s or 90s? 90s, I think. We lost power for a week in Warren, Michigan. Neighbors all came outside, socialized with each other. We act like real freaking human being people. You know, neighbors next door cooked up their whole refrigerator so it wouldn't go bad, and we're bringing my mom and dad like chicken wings and stuff, and my dad was having a ball because he could talk to everybody out there with his flashlight. Busybody Larry. I love my dad. You think I could talk? Man, my dad could talk you under the table and back. My mom never could get a word in edgewise. Once my dad was going, forget it. My dad was an interesting man, very interesting, very smart, self-taught, how to read, write, and everything. Very. Quit school at like 8 years old and put fences up and paid his way and gave his mother money every week because they were very poor. He was the baby of 6 children. And unfortunately, as weird as it was, the oldest passed away first, and then next was the baby, my father. So, and then when everybody else started passing away on my dad's side, they all went within 2 or 3 months of each other. And I always could just hear in my head, and I believe in God, and I believe we get signs from him, like my grandma was calling all her children home. I felt that, and I heard that in my head, and I believe that. I believe that with my heart and soul, she was calling all her children home. She wanted them all there together, and I totally believe that. They called my dad, because Polish, baby in Polish means Ginia. When my mom called him when they were dating one time on the phone, my mom was all sophisticated. She worked in a drugstore. Her hair was bright red. My mom looked like a movie star. My dad looked like a movie star. He had an MG sports car. He was in the Army. He was military police, MP, and he actually was in a newspaper. Very proud of him. He marched for the Queen of the Netherlands. I have papers somewhere showing my dad like really good with his gun skills, really good. And his father was a Detroit cop. You know, it's just weird that I'm a security guard, you know, after that. So it just kind of maybe stayed in the blood, maybe, you know, odd. And I just find it kind of humorous, kind of in a good way. But very good. My parents were so good looking. They look like movie stars when they're young. My dad had jet black hair like Elvis, a real good looking face with dimples and a nose. And my mom was just real glamorous looking, beautiful, bright red hair, red lips, real white skin. Just gorgeous people. And look at this. What happened? They had me, and I look like some kind of Oompa Loompa. But anyways, if I lost weight, I look up, but I'm trying to grow this nasty hair out. I want to grow my hair and have it long and have it in updos like I do my, you know, doing myself, and put it neat. Not like I used to have a lot of times that would be a mess and just hair all thrown up in a clip. I want it in clips and things, but I want it done nice and clean looking and presentable. And that's bullcrap, and I need to take better care of it when I do that. I just think that'll look nice, and I'm gonna do, that's my goal. And I gotta lose weight too. So that's another thing I'm talking to my doctor about, because I couldn't take the metformin diet pills. But anyways, I just wanted to come on here and talk about that. Boy, time flies when you're talking. But they eliminated, the Ozark Family Homestead eliminated their heat bill, and it's 80 degrees in her house because their house was built into a hill and a berm. And I really encourage them, if they could, to do a video about that. I think so many people would be so beneficial to learn. When you learn, knowledge is learning, knowledge is power. Love you all. God bless. Like and subscribe. And you know, I always say, you sons of bitches, because I'm kidding around. I love you all. You all matter. Let's help each other. Remember, we all have something in our closet. Wrong color, wrong size. Don't save it. 24 to
24-7 halftime.
Thank God. So we're winning 24-7. See, I like that we have a little bit of a leeway that makes me feel better, you know? Thank God. Lions are winning, and we've never won my whole life. So I'm very proud of them. And wasn't even a football person, but this just makes our city so happy. So many people are so full of love and happiness. How can you not be happy for them, you know? But I'm saying that I got so many things going on in my mind every 1 minute. I think, yeah, knowledge is power, and we need to help one.
Go to your car or anything, Lisa, you go ahead. I'm back here.
Okay, I'm going to go real quick and put my cooler away. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So I'm putting my cooler away for the night because that's how I keep my ice cold in my pot. But, yeah, you don't sit on stuff. This is my very important message, you guys. Don't sit on stuff. Give it away. When somebody it could change their life. They could use an outfit that could aid them in their job. Or you could give a can of soup. Take a can of soup to work. Put it in your middle of your table at work, your lunch table, and just say free. You could be the difference in somebody eating or not for that day. You see what I'm saying? God bless you all. Like and subscribe.